Hey fabulous foodie friends, my name is Helen and welcome to my channel. In this series I'm going to be sharing with you my food adventures in Hong Kong and in Japan. This time there is so much more to see and so much more to eat. So stick around and travel with me as I take you on a fun-filled foodie journey. I'll not only give you honest reviews of everything I try, but I'll give you tips and advice along the way. So are you ready? Let's go! So today I'm going to share with you 3 inexpensive food spots that serve delicious foods you must try next time you're in Hong Kong. First, we will start off with Islam Foods. This place is famous for their mixed menu of delicious halal dishes such as Pakistani-influenced curries, incredible Shanghai dumplings, stir-fried noodles and meat platters. I adore this place because you can tell that their food is skillfully made and with a lot of love, all the while staying very rustic and very homely. So first we have a mixed meat platter which includes beef slices, tendons, stomach and tongue. The tongue was so wonderfully beefy in flavour and it was succulent in texture, yet it was still quite lean. I also loved the tendon as a cold cut as it had a really good bite, which is totally different to the stewed tendon I am used to. We also randomly got their fried mantou bun with condensed milk. Of course, delicious, what is there not to love? But wait, here comes the star of the show. The beef brisket curry, which is so unctuous, it's so deep and rich in beef flavour and aromatic spices. It's seriously delicious if you aren't afraid of fat and chunky meat. Apparently the founder of Islam Foods learned to make these curries from Muslim police officers in the 30s, but you can definitely see the curry has some Chinese influence as it's less spicy and perhaps a bit sweeter in flavour than an authentic Pakistani curry.
Yeah?
Hero number 2 of Islam Foods has to be their Shanghai dumplings made with lamb. I'm up for almost anything lamb, and this is the first time I've ever had it in Shanghai dumplings. Just look at how thin the wrapper is. It was like swimming in lammy heaven. The subtle spices really complements the meat filling, and the soup inside was just so wonderfully rich. It's definitely a must try. Okay, so everyone who comes here has to and always does get the veal goulash, which is like a beef patty with a toasted bun exterior. Before I get into detail, I will now warn you that you have to eat with caution. Yeah, there is a lot of soup and it's super hot. Eat this carefully and you will be rewarded, I assure you. It's heavenly. I can still taste it to this day. The filling is very tender, not spicy, but savoury, with plenty of umami flavour. It's crisp and wholesome on the outside, juicy and soft on the inside. I mean, have you ever seen a more beautiful parcel of meat? The most impressive thing about this is that the outside is not oily at all. It's crisp and dry to touch, yet you can feel just how thin the pastry is. Lastly, I got to try their red bean crispy pancake, which is also one of those deceivingly well-fried dishes. No oil, crispy, sweet and crunchy. I love anything red bean and thought this was the perfect way to end the meal that just ended far too quickly. Next stop isn't a restaurant but a wicked food store just around the corner from Islam Foods, and it's Lanying Indonesian Snacks. This is such a little gem and the taste is so much better than your average Hong Kong skewer store you usually come across. I first had a go at the pork neck skewer, which was very tasty, very meaty, and just had that nice charred flavour to it. Next is their peppered beef skewer, which was super delicious, very juicy and tender. So juicy I was getting all over myself, and the pepper was a bit spicy and it was such a good flavour.
The beef.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And without a doubt, I could not get the cuttlefish balls. I'm sorry, but these balls were gigantic, which is the way they should be. If you've never barbecued fish balls on a grill, you really need to try it. It's absolutely quintessential, cheap and cheerful Hong Kong food. Come to Lanying for spicy and sweet satay skewers if you are in town. Lastly is Lau Sam Ki Noodle, a small and often round eatery that is known for their shrimp roe noodles and hearty dishes of tendon and knuckles, which is exactly what we got this time round. Watch out, if you're not a fan of sitting with other random customers, then this may not be the place for you. For those who only care for food, follow me. So the portions here are very generous, so if you're into big plates of hearty food, this is the place to be, especially as their prices are decent. And like I said, we got the shrimp roe noodles, which is something we used to eat all the time, but I feel like it may not be as fashionable as it used to be. Needless to say, it's such a treat to have. The texture of the noodles are bouncy and al dente, and if you get it with the delicious braised gelatinous pork knuckle, then you'll know it's a match made in heaven. Just look at how fatty and unctuous that looks. I'm drooling just thinking about it. You might have noticed that we eat a lot of beef tendon. It is wonderfully sticky and chewy and so yummy and comforting when braised well. It's not too soft but still melts in the mouth. I cannot wait to come back here next time when I'm in Hong Kong. Next time, I'm taking you to a steam hot pot specialist and we'll be eating lots of fresh seafood in the city, and literally some of it's still moving. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already.